As well as the 9 scenes from Genesis, the Sistine Chapel ceiling contains triangular sections, which are called pendentives, featuring figures from the Bible and mythology. 12 of these are categorized as prophetic figures, 12 people who prophesied the coming of a Messiah. 7 are male prophets from the Bible, and the remaining 5 are female prophetesses or sibyls from classical mythology. The 5 sibyls painted by Michelangelo were said to have foretold, like we said, the birth of a Savior. The prophecies by the pagan prophetesses were accepted by Christians as being fulfilled with the birth of Christ. Michelangelo painted these figures larger than any other in the Sistine Chapel. The sibyls he painted are not all beautiful, but they all have a sense of being powerful, which you can see in their poses and in the definition of muscle tone and in their size. The paintings are like sculptures, as their robes seem to billow around them.
Hello students, here we are at the Sistine Chapel Exhibit in Irving. This is the actual painting of David and Goliath. We've gone over a lot this semester, pyramid configuration, and Mrs. Rogers is going to show you an excellent example of pyramid configuration right here. You can see the triangle she's pointing out all the way through.
Okay, we're looking at the prophet Jonah in this panel from the Sistine Chapel. This is a great example of foreshortening. So you can see the legs that are closer to you are quite large, and then things get smaller as you go towards as he's leaning back. So you know that in reality his legs wouldn't be the size of his whole body. But this was some of the earlier examples of how well Michelangelo did foreshortening.
Alright students, here we are in front of the Libyan Sibyl, and this is an excellent example of chiaroscuro. And you can see over here on the left hand side where it's so bright and light, and then it's shading the darkness showing behind her. It's an excellent example of this.
Okay students, here we are looking at the Last Judgment. Michelangelo painted this when he was 63. He started the Sistine Chapel in his 30s, so you can tell how long this took. Within this painting, toward the center right, you see kind of a skin suit. And the face, Michelangelo put his own face, his own portrait on that item. And you also, I know you noticed there's lots of nudes, and there were several in the Sistine Chapel. And he actually did get in a little bit of trouble for that and was criticized for that heavily. And so some of his assistants had to go back in and paint on underwear. And then some was even added after Michelangelo passed. For members of the church who thought it was inappropriate, and he got scolded for it. And one of the members of the church that scolded him terribly, Michelangelo put his face on one of the characters that monitors who goes into the underworld. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us.